Hey there, I'm Trin, and this is Take 5. To start this tutorial series, I'm going to show you guys how to begin a fresh Unreal Engine project from start to finish. So, right now, what I'm going to do is I've got my launcher. If you guys don't have this, you can go ahead and download this from Epic Games. And once you get it open like this, you're going to want to go into the Unreal Engines tab, and then Library. It's going to show your engines. Most likely it's going to download the most current one first. You can always get older engines if you want them. So we're going to launch this. It's going to come up with a window here. And in here it's going to say, do you have other projects or do you want to open a new one? We're going to start with a new one. And it gives you a lot of templates. You got first person, flying, a lot of different things here. But we're going to go with a blank project. And we're going to name it um, tutorial project. You can't have any spaces in the name. You can put it in any drive that you feel like putting it in and hit create. I'm just going to start building all the files here. Usually, if your computer's pretty quick, it'll actually only take a couple minutes to compile everything and get the project started. And once it's open, you're kind of pretty much ready to go. There's going to be usually an output window that pops up, and it looks something like this. There's also a message log window. This usually shows things that when you have errors, they're going to show up in here. Different issues, compiling issues and things like that. You've got project settings, and the engine is going to be a little different. If it's fresh, my engine might be showing some of this stuff because it was already opened previously. But in a fresh engine, you most likely are only going to have your main level editor window here with a couple of things like the modes tab. The modes tab allows you to draw, grab different things and put them into the world. You're also going to have the world outliner over here on the right, and some buttons at the top for the different things that you have to be able to do, like access settings and some blueprint settings and stuff. And I'm going to go over all these later on in different videos, but this video is mainly just to get the project started and get you guys kind of working. On the bottom here is going to be the content browser. The content browser is going to be where all of your files are going to be. You're going to have different content browsers. There's the content browser for your project, there's engine content browser, and then there's other stuff that you can actually get if you have plugins. Those are going to be down in here too, but you'd have to turn them on. So if you wanted to show all the plugin content, you'd do this. Now that shows all the plugin content that's inside of the engine. A lot of times you don't want to see this, so it's usually not a good idea to turn it on if you don't need it. But in the content folder of the project is going to be blank, and this is where you could create folders. You can right click and you can drag. You can right click and you can create a lot of different things. They have a lot of different choices. Excuse me. Most of these are going to be things that I'll go over later on in other videos. And we're going to go ahead and create a folder. You can kind of see that you can rename. You can color these folders. You can set a color if you want to. You can, whatever you want to do. You can migrate your content to other places, like other projects, content folders. You can fix up redirectors. This is a big thing. Fix up redirectors is something that you'll always be using when you've been moving things around between the file structure. A lot of times you move some folder to another location, you're going to want to go to the main subfolders, and you're going to want to not subfolders. You're going to want to go to the main content folder or some of the main folders that you've got there in your directories, and you're going to want to use the fix up redirectors. That helps a lot. And there's things like rename. You can call it what you want. So, new folders is whatever. But a lot of times you're going to want to have things like meshes, or maybe you're going to want to have a blueprints. So these are the things that you can create and do your categorizing in there. You can search for different content through your search content here. You can also filter with stuff like that. I'm not going to go over these buttons right here until another video, but that's the basics of getting started. And that kind of concludes this video. Thanks for watching.